Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm inviting you today to watch this video because I have something I really want to share. I don't know how to start. I'm also like a little bit nervous because I think the last time I filmed a YouTube video was most probably 1.5 years ago, and like I had a completely different focus. So I actually opened my channel to speak about makeup and skincare, which I'm still really passionate about. So no shame for me, as in if you want to go and have a look. I don't think this video here is gonna be way more professional. I'm gonna try and do my best with editing and everything, but I'm not a YouTuber, so I just thought it's the best platform to share the information I want to share with you. So currently I'm on vacation. I don't think it's important to mention where I am or what I'm doing here, but while I was flying yesterday, I listened to this webinar, and it really deeply inspired me that I really have to share this. So I used to study global health and medicine, and I'm gonna like try and focus on the global health part here because as most of you know, like there are still like millions of people dying of malnutrition, and so many kids. And what was it again? What did the WHO say? I took many notes for this. So every 6 seconds a child dies of malnutrition is what the UNICEF stated. So I partnered up with this huge cosmetic company called New Skin that I have been really like active, very active about for the past 2 months. I've been like trying to grow it as much as I can with getting new people into the business and just talking about the benefits of this like amazing opportunity, how several mothers even have way more time for their children, how people like really, like make a full income from this, and how great the products are. But there is one main focus why I invited you to watch this video here, or why you maybe stumble upon, is to share the fact that if you receive something, you always want to give back in return, right? And New Skin has a foundation called Force for Good, which was founded, I can't tell exactly when it was founded, and I don't want to say anything wrong in this video, but the Force for Good Foundation is a foundation that was founded several years ago, back then, probably when I was probably still a teenager. And Force for Good actually donates 5% of the whole income of New Skin's income to make something better. So what does it mean? It's very broad, but they're focusing on a lot of countries like Malawi, India, China, Philippines, to give children an education, to nourish the children, and also to give back what we get from certain ethnic groups, like so the seminar yesterday that I watched was about an ethnobotanist, Dr. Cox, who actually founded the Epic line. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. It's called, I'm showing you one product here, Epoch, Epic. He kept saying Epic, so I think it's called Epic now. But anyways, maybe it's his accent. So of course I have a lot of products of this line. I don't have them all yet, but I love them. But I knew about the Force for Good Foundation, of course, but I didn't know it's so deep, and like I was emotionally like so attached that I have to tell everyone about this. But this ethnobotanist back then did a PhD where he stayed in Samoa and different like Southeast Asian islands like French Polynesia and other really amazing and beautiful islands. but he learned so much about like the benefits of the plants, and learned so much about the culture there. The word cancer wouldn't exist in their language, and you know, like he had a story to tell, and I'm definitely gonna link the seminar or webinar beneath this video so you can have a watch at it yourself. But this doctor just kept repeating like how amazing their culture was, and for example, he learned about the awapuni flower. It just blossoms once a year, and he saw like the women had such beautiful skin and such beautiful hair, and they were like 94, 95 years old, and he was like, hey, how do they do this, you know? So they showed him this like fruit, and he describes it that he was like at an amazing waterfall and everything, and then he was like, wow, amazing. So he also published a lot of papers on the the botanical part that he learned there, and he's like a really famous doctor, did Harvard studies at Harvard and so on. And then he got invited by several like cosmetic companies, because of course they were like, hey, he knows all the good plants, he knows all the ingredient stuff that we would need in order for women, because like women and men nowadays strive a lot for like this anti-aging look, or they want glowing skin, or just hair that, you know, like has like this full nourished like look, and also like to feel nourished and everything. And then of course he got invited by expensive cosmetic companies, and he was like, of course, you know, I would love to work with you, and the sum of money was promising, but he said, I want to give back to these people, you know, I want to be able to give back to them for all the knowledge that they gave me. And they would be like, no, sorry, like our lawyers didn't like, you know, include that in the contract and so on. You can watch the story for yourself. So then he heard about Nu Skin really several years ago, and he founded the Epic line, because the Epic he heard about the Force for Good Foundation. And let me tell you the story about this deodorant. I think that was the most touching one for me. So this deodorant here I've been using every day. It also smells really amazing. And he said like a lot of, you know, elderly people he would know would only use this deodorant because it's so gentle on the skin. It's really like all the ingredients are supernatural in it. It's dermatologically tested, and it has citrosomes in it. And this deodorant, so all of the people that have been distributing and buying this deodorant, like every time you buy a deodorant or just anything from the Epic line, a certain like amount of the money goes straight away to the Force for Good, and then 5% of all the products, like of the income of Nu Skin, goes to the Force for Good Foundation. So let me finish the story of the deodorant. I have to go back to my notes. Sorry, I really took many notes. And yeah, so this deodorant saved people's lives because they were able to build a water sanitation system. I'm not sure if it was the Fiji Islands or French Polynesian Islands, but in any case, like, you know, like just by sitting there and thinking that I'm doing this because I'm so passionate about cosmetics and, you know, like makeup and stuff, and I wasn't even aware of the fact that the impact of Force for Good was so huge. And when he was like, wow, you know, I can do this, so they started doing more and more. Because the other story that I thought was really interesting was the baobab, which is, by the way, this is my second one I'm using. My mom has it too. I've gifted several, and I think everyone that uses it just knows what I'm talking about. But I love this one. I can't live without. I just can't live without body cream or butter in general. But this one, it just smells so good. It's so nice. And one plus, I'm not sure if it is the body butter, but I think these two in combo I was sitting in the garden with my brothers, and you know, everyone just kept getting like annoyed by wasps and bees, and in the night by mosquitoes. And I was just sitting there like, why aren't they annoying me? They would always annoy me. But I really think these two are like absolutely amazing repellents. So let me tell you a story about the baobab tree. Every time you buy a baobab body butter, a baobab tree in Africa gets planted. And I mean, sorry, but how amazing is that? Because of course, if you buy baobab body cream, you would be like, why on earth would I in Europe buy a baobab body cream? So it has to get shipped all the way to Europe, and then you would think, and then I'm also like helping for the industry to actually like, you know, get rid of the trees. No, you're actually helping people in there to actually get paid, have a proper job, you're donating, and you are consuming supernatural products, and you are actually helping to plant more trees. So how amazing is that? Just all in one product, and probably way many more like benefits that I haven't mentioned here that just wouldn't come into my mind. But there is a little secret on the baobab body butter packaging. I can show it to you again. I'm not sure it's easy to find here, but I don't want to like be the one that ruins the video or the secret, but I want you to check out the video by the professor, because that's where I learned about this little secret. So I was like, oh yeah, didn't even realize that. So there is so much love put into the like making of this product, maintaining, selling, and also the packaging. Like I was like, wow, they put love into everything, you know. So that were these two products. I'd used those daily. So I did talk about the indigenous, oh yeah, it was Samoa. I have to put a lot of focus onto that, because that's where Force for Good actually had their first project. It was the Samoa Islands, where they actually managed to build schools and hospitals. I mean, can you imagine some of the children would walk like for several kilometers or days to get to school, or would swim across a river? So Force for Good managed to build a bridge. It was the first bridge that several of those kids would see in their life, because they didn't know what a bridge was. And the symbol of this bridge would also be like, you know, linking these two cultures together, like the more Western culture and then the indigenous culture. And it also like promises them an education. And I'm really, really keen on this, because this is where, you know, like you have my heart. Like anything that sells me, let's say, sustainable clothing, sustainable products, I'm like that I don't really always then pay attention to how much does it cost. I'm just like, okay, I'm actually buying this, and I'm also giving at the same time. So why not, you know? Maybe I will also, yeah, and what this professor was actually, what he kept repeating was that he wants New Skin to give back and to pay these people for their indigenous knowledge that we in the Western world didn't have before. Like we didn't have all this knowledge before these papers were published and so on. And a lot of like the antivirals for SIDA would have, you know, like stuff involved in there. I don't want to go into too much detail about this, because maybe I would clash with some, you know, medical knowledge that I don't have here right now. And we always say that 5% goes to Force for Good, but it's actually 95% of who we are and what we do. I want to show you also this new product of the Yinyan Mask. It also has really, like every product has a story behind it. You wouldn't just think like, oh, okay, these are all just products, but this product is super new on the market. It was released in June, and it's really, really like amazing, because it has jasmine flower in it, and this was used in China for beautiful skin. They even have songs about it. Every child knows about the jasmine flower. So it has jasmine flower scent in it, which is like really, you know, vitalizing and just brings your inner harmony to peace. I enjoy wearing this mask because I only learned yesterday that you can multi-mask. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's another thing I love about, being involved in this new project, that I learn every day. I learn something new. So it can be really combined with the Glacial Marine Mud Mask if you have, like me, combined skin. So you can use this on your T-zone and this one more on the other areas that would need more hydration. What's cool about this mask, it was designed, really like the technology behind it. I don't want to apply it now, but when you rub it, it kind of activates the detox and the charcoal in it. And it has one specific product in it. Yeah, I didn't write it down. It's in my phone, which I'm filming with right now. But I will definitely give more information on people that want to know more about this mask. Then there is the Agroviv logo on this. Every product that has the Agroviv logo is actually really super interesting, and this is what I call, doing something for the environment and being sustainable. So this features on the product if one ingredient has been grown through controlled environmental agriculture. So this means Epoch or New Skin would actually grow them in a greenhouse. You wouldn't even have to go to that specific country to, get the ingredients you need. You can actually grow them in a greenhouse if you know the right conditions for it. And that's how, for example, they made the Avapui conditioner, shampoo, and so on, because how on earth would you, use all the fruits that would just blossom once a year, and then you would probably have to use the whole forest, and we don't want to do this, New Skin really does not want to support any kind of deforestation, or, try and do its best actually to protect the environment. So this Avapui plant that I really have to learn more about is also grown in controlled environment and agriculture. So another plus, sorry, I'm just so overwhelmed with excitement. I want to tell you everything, and sometimes I jump from one side to another. That's why I already took notes, and it's just difficult for me to, give you all this excitement in a video. So that's that. Then I wanted to say more about the Galatian Marine Mud Mask. If you have been following me on Instagram or Facebook, you would see that every Wednesday I would use it. So today is a day where I'm definitely going to use it. This marine mud mask is everything, Last time I had an argument with someone claiming why would I use something that's not that you can't harvest in the country that I live in. Yes, you make sense, but this is from indigenous Canadian ground, and has so many minerals in there. And again, when you buy this product, you're actually, giving back to these people in Canada that, maybe don't have the right, I don't know, I would have to look more into the Canadian one, but you're giving back to Malawi and other countries, that don't have the same chances as we do here in Europe. The Galatian Marine Mud Mask is great for getting rid of blackheads, impurities, making your pores smaller. A lot of men use it because they have enlarged pores, and it's just so much fun to apply. It's just the best selfie time ever, I would say. Then there's this absolutely amazing polishing bar that I didn't use yet, that I got in last week's offer, and I was so happy to get my hands on it. It looks like this. Smells so good. I kept it specifically for this video, so afterwards I will use it, because I know if you open the packaging it probably won't look as nice. But it has two ingredients in it. The white one is actually what fishermen use to put on their skin and go out fishing, and it would nourish their skin and keep it nice and glowy. And then this part is also the glacial mud mask found in Canada. So super interesting, smells so good and very natural. Really will probably love this product and probably replace all my soaps with this. By the way, all the soaps that you get on New Skin are actually soap free. That's also one thing I didn't know. And another one I have here is the Soul Solution. This one is absolutely great for feet, for people that are, like me, when they're wearing flip-flops, like, oh no, what do my feet look like? I need a pedicure, I need to take care of my feet. This one's great. Also, if you have cracked calluses, super dry skin on your feet, or just, your feet that need kind of this special treatment, use this every night and you will see. It smells also really good, by the way. I still didn't find out what this amazing, like, it's licorice or something, I don't know, I couldn't tell you. But in any case, what else was I gonna say? I really wanted to talk about the vitamin concept. So like I already mentioned, that every 6 seconds a child dies of malnutrition. So in 2002, New Skin founded with Force for Good, like the vitamin concept, which is the Nourish the Children concept. It helping to solve the complexion of feeding malnourished children, and this is where Vitamil comes in. Vitamil is actually completely based on donations, but also New Skin does, like, donate it from its money, so from turnover, basically. So Vitamil is something you can buy a bag, like me as a distributor could buy a bag, and this is donated to Malawi, India, Philippines, you name it, for children that are malnourished. It contains a bag of, forgot the name, they are specific carbohydrates, but they are like fortified in vitamins, specific minerals that you need on a daily basis for, like normal brain development, bone development, healthy hair, healthy skin, vitamin A for your eyes, and so on and so on. It's all in there. And one bag actually gives you 30 meals. So that's, for one child, that's 10 days, if you think about it like that. Then you have packages where you can buy 2 or 5. And I'm really going to focus really a lot on this in the future, because I find that, like when you do have the possibility to give, even if it's just one bag, you at least did something for this and you're part of it too. So they have distributing points in South America, Africa, China, Malawi, and Southeast Asia. And they also contribute additional bags to it. Then we also have, in the Force for Good Foundation, we have the Educate the Children, which actually helps children to go to school, pays them an education, pays them schools, the teachers, encourages scholarships, and also improves like the next generations. Imagine your generation without kids going to school, how crazy would this be if this would actually happen in Europe? But in Malawi, only 13% of girls attended schools in 2013. 13%, okay? That's nothing. There are a lot of testimonials on YouTube you can find of African girls thanking the Force for Good Foundation for the opportunity and good future. And more people are joining this cause. And I really want to motivate you to also contribute to this, join the cause, or just become a distributor like me, because it's not just about, getting money from retail or having, like I said at the beginning, the benefits of the product. It's way more than that, And in 2016, more than 500 meals were distributed from the beginning of when New Skin founded the Nourish the Children Foundation. And this makes a huge difference to the child before it even existed, Imagine this whole thing didn't exist. So you're actually giving hope at a place where hope never existed before. You're offering hope for life free from disease, promoting health and healing. And there's also been funding of corrective heart surgeries with partnering up with other foundations. A huge fight on epidermolysis bullosa, which is a skin disease. You can read more about that on, like you can ask me for sources. I know where to find reliable sources, but it can be so like dangerous with infections that it can like cause death. So there's another foundation on that. Then with this mask, there is another one. If you go onto the New Skin website, which I will link below, you can, when you want to purchase this oh no, sorry, I'm sorry. It's actually the vegan protein powder. If you purchase the vegan protein powder, you see like the other foundation that is supporting donations for this specific type of neurological disorder. Of course, for people that want to buy the Epoch Yinyan Mask, go ahead. I'm going to link it below as well. Then, of course, you're giving a gift towards literacy, and you're fighting poverty. And there's also this absolutely amazing project that is promoting agriculture and sustainable farming. So on the New Skin website, you can find this package with the Epoch bestsellers. There are 6 products. There is a specific amount of donations going to the Force for Good Foundation on every product. €4 going to school and agriculture for family independence. So they teach them how to farm sustainably, environmental friendly, and so on and so on. More videos to watch about that on YouTube. And yeah, I mean, if I haven't really gotten to your heart, it's maybe the tone, like how I'm trying to convey this message. But I sat on the flight yesterday and I was like nearly crying when I watched the video, because it just means so much to me. And I would be really happy if you could leave a comment below if you decided to join, become a distributor for this cause. And this will really drive you, this will drive you so much. I already have so much motivation and positive energy, positive thoughts, and that's just one of the benefits of joining. If you decide to contribute by donating through Vitameal or purchasing one of the products I talked about here, please do. I mean, the products are absolutely amazing, and we are on 52 markets. And anyone here who has been, waiting for me to give them my first, video on how it's going for me so far, because I started this about 2 months ago, and I have to say it's going absolutely amazing. And I think it could be even going better. Of course, you can always improve, but to say it's really going good. And I'm just so positive about what's coming for the future. Also, I've learned so much through personal development, and I think it's a whole way to go still, of course, but just my mindset completely changed. So yeah, please leave comments. I would also appreciate if I would find someone that can teach me a little bit about how I can edit YouTube videos. So do comment on that as well. I will link my Instagram and also my Facebook, that you can add me or follow my stories on Instagram. I also have a lot of reviews on products, and do ask questions if you do. And for the rest, I wish you have a lovely week. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you like my video.